Let's take a brief look at the nasty subject of being nasty. You have nastiness in you. I have nastiness in me. Everybody has nastiness. My theory is it's part of our survival mechanism. We need to respond violently in certain situations to take care from our cave days. Let's just take it as a hypothesis. You have nastiness in you. I have nastiness in me. Everybody has nastiness. Now, the only difference between all of us is how do we deal with it? Now, some people are just downright nasty all the time to everybody in every way, including themselves. Then there are varying degrees of suppressing this nastiness because it often doesn't pay. What you put out is what you get back. If you're nasty to people, that's what you come back. You can experiment with that. Just go around and you can't actually act it, but feel a smile for people. And you'll find the grumpiest people find a smile to come back. What you put out comes back. Which is interesting because it's another way of how you create your own reality. If you're a judgmental person, you'll find you're surrounded by judgments all the time. 'Cause that's what you put out, that's what comes back. So we don't put out our nastiness generally. We keep it back there. And then we think people can't see it. We all see each other. If we're present, we respond to the frequency, not the behavior. So it's there. And what happens is two things. The nastiness is there until it gets triggered. In other words, the person can't hold it anymore. Or they feel threatened, or they want their way so strongly. Flash! It's out. Now, in a way, this is a good thing. That seems strange, doesn't it? Two things happen. First of all, it gives the other person something to look at and handle in themselves. They don't. They're unconscious. They don't do it. But it gives them an opportunity to take a look at their reaction to your reaction. But here's the main thing. You keep that nastiness inside, suppressed, and it will kill you. That's what kills you. That's what dis-ease is. It builds up in there and builds up until your system, your immune system, your psychic immune system can't hold it anymore. Pop. Something happens. If you look at the news, you'll find people pop all the time. And often you can't understand. But all this person said was, it's exasperated by drugs and alcohol, that's true. But people just go crazy in the moment. They just suddenly stab or suddenly hit or run somebody over in a car on purpose. Or push people off a platform in front of a train. Happened yesterday. Flash. Can't hold it anymore. Flash. Out it comes. But of course, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. As you sow, so you will reap. This is the game. Once more, same thing. In each moment, be here now. Something comes up, be with what's coming up. Now, often, the reason you suppress something is because what triggered you is so small, you can't relate it to the amount of reaction. And it's not related. You see, it's all the reaction you've built up all the way through your childhood, all the way through your life. And this thing triggers it. And you go, well, I can't get that angry for that. You suppress a bit more and a bit more. Start to come into the moment. Start to be more aware. And you don't have to express it at the other person. If it's really gross, go somewhere and let it out. Beat something, shout, scream, do something. Let it out. And if you're having trouble with it, go to a workshop that specializes in getting you past that barrier until the energy starts to flow moment to moment. And then with awareness, you'll start to have that energy flowing and it won't build up inside. And you'll live a whole different life. Totally different. Totally in tune. Another level of fear will have dropped away. You see, in a way, you're afraid of yourself. You're afraid of your own reactions. That'll disappear. But again, you've got to be here. You've got to be in this moment. And if it's something that is not appropriate to dump on the other person, which it never is, because anger is never to do with the other person, it's always to do with your resistance. Don't dump it on them. Do it another way, some other way. Use that energy. Preferably doing something useful. Chop some wood for some people, carry some bags, paint a wall. And don't take it seriously. It's not that serious.